home now. Home to home from work. We must go. Our people need us. Adventure comes for us all. My adventure is very boring because I've done it 16 times. A little better. Yes, I am. Food for today. Take it away. I die. This walk, I die. I no live. I die. Swoosh. Swoosh. How are you? Hi, Swoosh. Oh. I'm just gonna talk to myself for a while, so. Hello. Hi. Hey, Briff. I walk home from work. How is you? All the jumping and climbing yesterday made my fucking shoulders and back hurt so much today. It has been sore. It's been a sore day. Breathing in too deeply makes my back go crack, crack. Usually I got crinkling paper in my lungs. Not really. That'd be an issue. You say that, but I've been doing this for years now. It still sucks. You can't hear me? Sorry. I don't want to be yelling. It's a public road. But, you know, I get it. I'll try to speak up a little bit. No sound. Well, the other guy responded to me. So I'm assuming something is heard. I don't know by who, but he heard something. Because he responded to my questions and talking. So I don't know what's up with that. I apologize if you can't hear sound. I don't know how to fix that because I don't think there is a way to not hear sound. I don't have it muted or anything. It's on a phone, so it's like I actually have it muted. That's true. I know. Like climbing and shit like yesterday. I don't do that often. Even if I trained 4 or 6 times a week doing what we normally do, it's not going to fix the soreness I got yesterday. Unless we plan on going to climbing gyms more often. How is anybody that is here doing? If you have any questions or anything like that, I'd please ask them. This walk is quite boring, so I would love to answer and talk to everybody that's out here. Have I not heard of the word of the bird? I don't know. Depends. And probably not. If it's a genuine question, I probably haven't heard, no. I rarely hear anything, actually. I'm quite out of date constantly. Aha, it was the word of the bird. I was correct. Yes. Vindication! all y'all are having a fantastic day, or night, or whatever it is for you, depending on where you are in this wacky, weird world. Hope y'all are having a fantabulous time. I am just wandering my wonky way home. This walk is boring though, so I enjoy the company of people if they wish to stay and talk. They do not have to, of course. I cannot trap you here. This is the internet. So, if you plan on hanging out and staying, I'd love to talk. Okay. You are still here, Gerald. I'm excited for tomorrow. Hopefully I get home relatively quickly so I can actually get some sleep. You know about the bird? Oh, everybody's saying that the bird is a word. Surfing bird. Hello, people. If anyone is there, how are you doing? This is a wacky wonk in this wondrous world while I'm weary and whimsically inclined. Surfing bird. Sorry about the shakiness. It is very hard to hold a phone. I don't have like a rig or anything. It's just my arm holding as still as it possibly can while I'm walking in. So if it's shaky, I apologize. No, everybody knows that about it to work. Hello. If anyone is there, I guess I'll just start talking. Hopefully people are having a good day. Hopefully they have something interesting going on. Because a boring day sucks. I can't agree. Today was a quite boring day at work. Did nothing. I was in a spot I normally don't work. I ended up working in the kitchen for a lot of the day, even though I normally work in arcade games and stuff like that. So ended up. I know how to do it. Doesn't mean I normally do it. Ended up working in the kitchen most of the day, which makes my hands all dry by the end of the day. Feels weird having wet and dry hands half the time. Makes my hands all vulnerable, Well, If anyone here is working in the kitchen, they probably know. Or anyone that's done dishes for like 4 hours, they probably know. But yeah, they had no one to cover kitchen, so I did it instead. Normally I work in arcades and stuff, like arcade games and stuff like that, so fixing machines and stuff, filling things with tickets. But you know, today was a lot of kitchen stuff, a lot of stuffs for the kitchen. Nope. Hope my chat is working. If it's not, it's not. I can't do much about it. It's just the area I'm walking in has horrible internet, so it probably makes it very slow or just not working. Both are possible. Wouldn't complain about either, really. You know, it just happens. Can't really predict the unpredictable and stop the unstoppable, so you just gotta roll with the punches as you walk through the world. Just vibing my way through the universe. Same reason why I'm walking home. I didn't choose to do a driver's ed and stuff. Well, I didn't choose to use my first paychecks to pay for driver's ed, I guess is the better way of saying it. So, ended up not having a driver's license yet. So I'm just wandering, walking, stuff. I have said this in the past. If people are here, I would love to talk to you guys. Anything like that, it'd be great to hear from some people I haven't heard from, maybe some people I have heard from or anything like that. Other than that, this is mostly a video of just how I was doing at the time. Progression of the beard, of the mustache, of the hair. See my future self able to come back and check and see what I was doing during the time frames of 2025 and April 4th. You know, sometimes it's cool to be able to look back on stuff like that. Hope y'all have stuff like that, pictures, videos. Kind of what I'm trying to do with my YouTube channel. Videos and stuff like that, or just having fun. If I did more interesting stuff, I probably would have more interesting videos, but I only do parkour, so that's the only interesting thing I can post, really. But hopefully I'll get some more interesting stuff during the summer. You know, maybe go out in the woods, do some shit like that. Grill with some friends. Camp. See what I can do with the world. If it wasn't for the fact that I needed money to exist, I'd live in the woods doing weird stuff. But, you know, yet to find a job that'll pay me to live in the woods without a high school diploma. I need to get that. I know. That's next after driver's license. Driver's license, I can get a decent job. And then while working a decent job, get GED. Or maybe one or the other first. I don't know. I'm hoping to get driver's license first because I want it soonish. Should be able to pass it based on, I've done a bit of studying and done some practice tests and stuff like that, and it should be possible. But, you know, just existing. Trying to keep up with it. Once I do have it, though, I'll be traveling with the money that I don't have yet. Like, even Uber and stuff, like Uber Eats and stuff, would be a decent pay bump to my current life. Just doing Uber Eats and stuff after hours or before I go to work or something like that. It would be a good addition to the income source. So I've been focused on getting that, because I know I can get a car probably. I have family members that have multiple cars, that I have stuff like that. I can probably get one. Even if it's just borrowing it for like a day or something, I can probably do it. I just need to actually get the driver's license first. I'll probably get paid by my family to be the sober driver for a while. I don't drink a lot. I only drink at like occasions and stuff where everyone is or something like that. So, you know, being the sober driver for friends or family would be kind of cool. Nope. Yep, just... Oh, I wish I could do something. Ooh, I should get that, like, challenge app. Or whatever it's called. Where, like, when you walk a certain amount or jog a certain amount, you get, like, that cool medal thing. That'd be a cool thing to add to these walks. It's not a short walk. Definitely not like a do it in one day thing, but like a, hey, you did like a percentage of it every time. Probably get some of them. That'd be cool. There's some cool ones. Those medals. I'd be down. If do you count ice cream trucks as expensive? Because I kind of do. They're not normally cheap. Like they buy like dollar store or like Safeway ice cream for like $1 and sell it for like $4, which is crazy. But you know, it's good ice cream. Just cheaper to get it just buying it from the source instead of trying to talk some dude into it. Fire truck. Doing fire truck stuff. Don't let it focus so you can't see the name of anywhere I live or anything like that. Just show like that there is one. Well, I guess this is a pretty good version of I can see it flashing on my face and stuff. But you know, got places doing stuff. I finished Reacher recently, the third season. It was great. I like Reacher. I hope future me also enjoys Reacher. Hopefully it continues long enough to where when I have the reason to look back upon these videos, it actually is still a good show. They haven't like run it through the ground or something like that. A few shows I've watched where they've done that. NCIS, they ran it into the ground for a bit, and you know, it's still good. It's just season 12, man. Just end of season 12 kind of kicks a lot of the good characters out, and we're missing like a vibe that had NCIS going for a while. Which kind of makes it sad. A lot of characters kind of vanished starting season 12. Criminal Minds kind of did the same thing. Not exactly season 12, but pretty sure a lot of you understand what I mean. There was a section there where it was amazing, and then kind of died down. There are definitely people that still watch it. Like, they're still coming out with it, but like not nearly as much as there used to be. How much would you tip on like a $40 purchase? Like, on the chip reader, it says, "Would you like to tip the guy cooking your food?" Would you tip 15%? Or would you just not tip at all? I wonder. It's like today, like where I work, like $35 plus purchases, it says, "Would you like to tip?" And you know, once it gets like $30, it's a decent amount of work. I'm not sitting there going, you know, can tip me for a soda, but like, how much is a crazy tip for like $40 of food? I think $4, like $4 or $5 to the guy cooking my food isn't a bad idea. I do. It might not be the greatest idea if you're like having trouble with money or anything. I can understand that. But I worked all day in the kitchen, and you know, it popped up more than once, and I don't think anyone tipped today. I think it's insane. Not one person was like, hey, he's making my food, I'll give him $4. But no, I think that's insane. Because I always tip. My grandma taught me that. Always tip so you are welcome back next time. You don't want to do a $100 purchase, make people do a bunch of work to get you food and all that stuff, and then fucking not tip them. Because they'll remember you. I'll promise you. I remember more people that haven't tipped me than people that have. Because half the time I don't even notice people tip me. It's got a tip jar, or it's got a little cheap thing. But like, I gotta say, that's kind of crazy. Not a single tip. I got $3. And they were all cash tips for people that had like a $10 purchase. That's crazy, ain't it? The purchases that I was like, well, that person's got a tip. You know, $56 of food and drinks. No tip. Not one in the world. That's nuts. At least in my opinion. I could be wrong. I really could. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a crazy idea that you should tip people that, you know, do like $40, $50 for the food. Like, I get it. Times is expensive right now. I know more than most. Fucking living paycheck to paycheck with a bunch of people that, or with me and my girlfriend who both, shut up, damn, both bad with money because we both like ordering food and shit like that. Like, I tip every time I order food. I know it goes to the driver and not the cook, but like, I hope the restaurant tips the cook for cooking all night and stuff. If they don't, that's not my problem. I can't tip them. I physically cannot. If I could, I would. Like, once or twice, the option of like, hey, would you like to tip $2 to the restaurant has popped up. And I'm like, yeah, I'll throw $1 or $2 to the restaurant. Because like, hey, they the ones actually making the food. Yeah, that's a reasonable amount right there, sir. I literally don't understand the amount of people that I served today. I made their food and everything, and I didn't get $1 tip from people with like $60 purchases. I'm like, Jesus. And like, as you said, to-go people get picked. I tip them every time. I tip cooks. I tip everybody. It's just polite. I don't got money to like throwing money around. I still tip every time. I don't think I have ever not tipped at least $1 or $2 when I order food. My grandma's crazy. She'll tip like everyone. Like, goes to Safeway and tips the cashier. And it's like, man. And these motherfuckers won't tip the guy that's slaving away to make their food. It's like, I don't work in a place where everything's frozen. I gotta make it. I make the pizza. Like, spread the sauce, put the cheese on. Getting orientated, make sure everything's correct. Make sure you get the right food. It's crazy. It's insane, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe that's just not how it works nowadays. Maybe everyone's forgotten tipping. Like, but like, you live in this state, people. Like, not one of them people are from out of state, probably. They all had like Washington-style accents. They didn't sound like they were Russian or anything like that. They were full-on Americans. They know what minimum wage and all that, and they know that ain't enough. I'll bet all of them have complained recently about that's not enough, and they still don't tip. That's nuts. That's crazy. In a world where constantly people are complaining about no one making enough money to blatantly go, you know what, you don't deserve a tip. I don't get it. Like I said, I don't make enough to where like I'm tipping $100 on a $50 purchase. If I had that kind of money, I probably would. But like, I don't, because I cannot. But you know, I tip the amount I can. A reasonable amount of tippage. Zero amount, that's not a reasonable amount of tippage. Like I said, my grandma goes places that they don't even ask for tips. They don't even got a tip jar and will hand money to the people. Go, hey, tip. Because she grew up in an age where like you tip because you want people to remember you well. You wanted people, like, you lived in an area, you went to a place more than once. Like, you tipped everybody because everyone will remember the person that tipped well. Yeah, like I said, I understand. As someone that, like, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, maybe not even that sometimes. I'm like working for friends, working for family, making any dollar I can. I still tip anytime I order food. I just can't imagine to look at people and go, nah, you don't need it. I work a minimum wage job. Like, let's say I was working at, I miss cooking. Oh, you miss cooking? Were you a chef? Something? Or were you a kitchen staff? Or did you work in a kitchen? That's dope. My sister does that. She works at a restaurant. Yeah. No, dude. If it wasn't for that, this is the only job that would hire me right now for some fucking reason, because everyone needs a job. Anytime I look for a job, I swear. But like, man, I would love to work at like a Subway, a Wendy's, place where I get free lunch, because I'm bankrupting them off just that. I'm gonna eat my fill. I'm a big motherfucker. That's still better. I can't even get that. I'm working in my main job is fixing arcade machines and stuff, and just got thrown into the snack bar. But you know, even if when I, who get 50% off of anything on that menu, I'll tip full price because it's just reasonable. These guys are cooking my food. They should say not to. People see me every day. But it's still better. But yeah, I would love to do grill / fry cook. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Sucks. There's expired salads. I was gonna grab them. I forgot to. Hopefully they're there tomorrow. If not, here's how it is. It exists. So that's something I feel like we do too much. Throw away expired foods. Yeah. No, it's tip culture is getting weird. Where it's not tipping anymore. It's expected. And at places that don't allow you not to tip, people assume that just outweighs the fact that you don't tip somewhere else. I choose not to tip here because they aren't forcing me to tip. Like, no. Why are you tipping at the place they're forcing you to? Put the tip as 0 because they're trying to force you to. And then tip the people that are just there to work. And I'm out. That's crazy. Well, I'll bet you places that they force everyone to tip, that money doesn't go to the guy cooking. It goes to the company. Because they're forcing it. There's a tip jar, and then there's the credit card forcing you to tip. That goes to the company. The tip jar goes to the people at back. So forcing you to tip, that's just fucked up. That's why it's dying. Everyone's getting so sick of forced tip culture. No one sees it as actively helping people anymore. They're like, it's just helping the company now. I don't need a tip. I don't get it. Because you really do. It's crazy. Yeah. No. I'd love if that was true, sir. Because most of the people... Because I work at a place, it's like a hometown version of Chuck E. Cheese. So like, I'm either getting bought from by like 12-year-olds or full-grown adults. And only full-grown adults order that much food. And I'm telling you now, none of them tip. Not even cash. And they're like 40, 50 years old. I wish, like I said, it's not just newer generations. It's everyone's forgetting how to tip nowadays. It's just gone. It's seen as unimportant now. But yeah, like I said, if it was a bunch of like 10, 12-year-olds, I wouldn't question them not tipping. It's like they probably only have $20 to their whole name. But like, these are full-grown adults that have chosen to come to a place that you play arcade games and you have a place for kids to play in. Yeah, I'm in a bigger city. Like I said, it's like a small town, but it's just old. But yeah, I'm in a bigger city. Kind of. But yeah, like I said, it's weird. People not tipping is crazy. And it's just nuts. It's like they choose to come to a place full of like, you spend money to have fun. And they don't. Hello, cat. Just hanging out by the bushes? You vibing? Alright. Just a cat. Hanging out. Have a good day, cat. But yeah. I don't get it. It's nuts, in my opinion. I wish I lived in a place that, minimum wage, I could have a place to live and get food and all that. I know. I live in I don't got 2 jobs, I don't got a place to live kind of place. It's the reason I live with my girlfriend right now, because she was done. Her folks had like dragged her out of the house practically. Well, not really, but made it uncomfortable to be there. And she didn't help. I can't sit here and go, she was a saint. But like, neither of them treated each other correctly. So she left. And all that. I was like, I guess I'm good. We had almost just started dating, but for me, I'm good. I'm a human. I go with the flow wherever the flow brings me, man. So I would have been fine with one of those where like, she moved in, then she broke up with me. I slept on the couch. I don't mind. I vibe with it. Yeah. That's all they did. Like, she'd come hang out at my place. She's, at this point, let's say, she is an adult. She is 18 plus. And they were like, hey, if you don't come home right now, we're changing the locks. Next day, like, they texted that to her in the middle of the night, where there was physically no way of her getting home. Because as I said, I don't have a car. She had gotten drove out by friends, and we all just hung out, and then they dropped me at home, and she was like, how about I come hang out, which we did. We chilled, played video games and stuff together, and it was cool. Randomly in the middle of the night, they were like, hey, if you don't come home right now, we're changing the locks by the morning. Literally, in less than 6 hours later, they had changed the front door code, made it so she couldn't get inside. It's like, you guys question why she wants to leave kind of thing. It's not nice. I get it. Like, oh, she lived under my roof, my rules. She's an adult, man. Like I said, it wasn't like she was 12. Like, she is the same age as I am. I am currently 21, and this happened less than 2 years ago. Like, no cheapies, bro. It's crazy. What you do now, Dirt? No longer cooking. What you end up doing now? You leave her for something better, or you just like work at a 7-Eleven, end up working at a company, construction. What you got now? Yeah, true. That's life. Sometimes you wish it wasn't, but that's just how it goes. Oh, dope. Oh man, like I said, my whole goal is to make something that I can make money doing. Like I got a floor lead. Oh my god, fancy man. He truly fancy. He a floor lead washing trucks. That's some decent money right there. Maybe not $1 million a month, but like that's fancy money. Good man, good man. Glad you living well, my sir. Glad you are living well. I've applied to that stuff. Did you end up finding it for like a work source kind of thing? Like a job program, something? I don't remember. Or did you end up like applying to the place and then ended up working there? I don't know what that word is. Not intern. Anyway, 5 years. Dope. You ever thought of driving them? Or did you just want to wash them? It's always interesting. Also, cool straight applying. I swear, man. Nowadays, straight applying is hard. Because everything's online, so the second you straight apply, 7 people have somehow already applied. I would, but like at this point, they probably pay more money. I just need something. I don't care if it's temporary or not. I get that. One of my first jobs I wanted when I was 18, I think. The first jobs I applied to was a train conductor trainee, and I was like, because I don't get tired of sitting down. I could vibe in a train cabin for a long time, do nothing for a while. I think I could do it. It'd be fun, in my opinion, at least. Pay real well too. You know, driving a train. I have a resume. Dude, I took a class in high school of how to make a resume. I got a good resume. It's straightforward. It's got good language. Like, anytime I get actually pulled in for an interview, they're like, we read your resume, we liked what we saw. And then ends up just like, found someone more qualified. I'm like, damn, how is someone more qualified to work at Subway? What's their qualification? Sandwich master? You know, like a master electrician, but they just been making sandwiches for 40 years? Yeah, that works too. Just Google your job, and then what are the resume points for this job, and then it'll give you a copy and paste of like 40 different points of what it taught you to do and stuff like that. It works. Like, I edited mine a little bit to like a little more of what I actually did, but like it works. To get you something to work off of, it's nice. Nice. But it's nice, man. I'm glad you are 5 years into a job you're enjoying or chilling with. Either one. You can do both, I guess. You can chill and enjoy. I hope it gives you enough money to live comfortably. Nice. You become a floor lead recently? Or have you been one for like a year or two? Nice. Alright, big man. This is the time of the video where I have to say goodbye because I am officially close enough to my house to where if something pokes out and you can read a sign, I'm probably fucked. So I am going to be ending the live stream. But it has been amazing talking to you, my man. I love having conversations with people. Sounds like you've been living an interesting bit of life. And if you decide to subscribe or something like that, that'd be great. And I'd love to talk to you again in the future. But for now, I do have to end the stream to get home and actually go to sleep. But I hope y'all, whoever is here, have a great rest of your night. And